On today's episode of Overexerted, we talk about the latest Lorcana reveals for Fabled, we talk about the new cards, we talk about the reprints, and literally that's it. That's all we got. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Overexerted, a Disney Lorcana podcast. I am James.
You don't want to say I'm your host?
Oh, am I the host? I'm a host. Heath James. And that's
I'm
that.
Heath.
That's Heath, the other host. And
Benny's not here.
there's no Benny.
Dad's away. The kids get to play.
Yeah, right? He is, I guess, right now tromping around in the mud, trying to figure out why he's sitting out in the rain.
Rubbing sticks together for fire.
I don't know. He's camping. Camping is like let's go to a subpar motel.
Yeah, no, thank you. I got enough camping when I was a kid. My version of camping now is at the Fairmont.
I'll sleep on the couch. That's camping.
No, I won't even do that. Are you kidding me? I'm too old for that. All right. What are we talking about today, James?
Basically, the only thing that there is to talk about, really, if we're talking about Lorcana, and that's the remainder of the reveals of the new cards and reprints that we got over the last week. We're still shy a few cards.
Like 4 or something like that?
Thanks to Australia for some miscommunication. There were some issues with some problems of communication.
Yeah, but when it was supposed to be released or when to wait till or whatever. But yeah. Speaking of which, can we address that for one moment? Which is to say, if anyone's like giving grief to these content creators, like, settle down. Come on. Be decent.
We're going to have everything in a few days anyway when the app updates, which is going to be on Monday, the 18th. So we'll have all the cards then.
I hope we have them before then. I've got draft reviews to record.
It's only a few days. We have almost everything now. Like I said, 4 or 5 cards. If they push them out over the weekend, great. But anyway, we're going to talk about a majority of the other cards anyway. We have a ton of new stuff. We have all the new cards.
Yeah.
And
all 33 of them.
33. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess let's just get right into this, right? We're gonna start talking cards.
Yeah.
New and reprint cards. Let me see here. I gotta make sure I'm on the right window to hit the button to go like, ooh.
Press the button.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the new cards, 33 of 33 new cards, thanks to the Inkborn Heroes who put together this image so we could see everything. One of the last cards we got was the Max Goof, and then a few other ones like this Nala and this Aurora and the Beast. Those were all revealed on the main stage, I think, on Wednesday on Discord.
Yeah.
And we wanted to talk a little bit about some of these. Now, the Beast is cool. It's princess support, but it seems like it might be a little slow. It's a little high-costed. It's a nice card, but it's not that great. Max Goof, pretty good. We'll talk about it a little more when we see the other version of it later on. But for now, we wanted to talk about these 2 cards because I think we both think that these are the 2 cards that may end up being played quite a bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've already talked, specifically the cards that we didn't know before now, because we've talked about Powerline. I think he's going to be super impactful. We talked about Dumbo. He's going to be super impactful. So of the cards we didn't know yet, yeah.
So the first one is the Aurora Amber 1-drop, 1/2 with the ability Royal Welcome. Whenever this character quests, you pay 1 less for the next princess or queen character you play this turn. This is Pluto for princesses and queens.
Yeah. Inkable, though. And a 1/2 instead of a 0/2. So, 1, you picked my choice. So, James was like, pick one.
You talk about. So now you tell us why you think this is possible.
Because I want to talk about Nala, but I'll let you talk about that because there's lots to say. And I'm going to be completely honest. It's still out there. If you go on Twitter, Jared our Citizens of Lorcana friend, posted the the epic of this, and my response was a yawn gif, and well, at least the art's nice. And then someone reminded me that Tiana is a princess, the restaurant owner, the 142 lore, that when it's exerted, it costs 3 for your opponent's characters to not lose 3 strength on challenge. And it's like, oh. So I'm seeing Tiana more in the Amber Steel decks, but specifically, this is going to go really nice if someone can make an Amber Sapphire deck work. Because you play turn 1 Aurora, turn 2, you reduce the cost for Tiana. This is assuming you're in a position where Aurora just isn't going to get challenged away. Now that there's hardly any rush, we know if she is. The character's already on the board. And then turn 3, if Aurora is still around, you can shift out the Sapphire Aurora that gives ward to the Tiana at that point. And then you're off to the races. If you can set up that turn 1 through 3, but even without that, there's plenty of great princesses. There's the other Aurora, the 3-cost Singer Aurora that has 2 lore. I don't know what other princesses are going to see. There's still a lot of testing to be done, but suffice to say, if an Amber Emerald deck for some reason comes out, the Rapunzel Evasive, the High Climber, which is shooting up in price as well because people are eyeing her as being an impactful one in the metagame, is a princess. There's a lot of useful princesses. I didn't even look up queens, and I didn't even look up this set yet. I know Moana, the 5-cost, 1/6, 3 lore that readies princesses, and has been corrected in terms of the use of that Moana, is also in the set, right? So yeah, I see tons of potential for this. It is obviously very fragile. And at first I was just thinking, oh, it's just another gimmick for Princess Tribal. But then I started looking at how many, meta competitive princesses there are. I'm like, oh, okay, princesses and queens for that matter.
Yeah. So that's what I saw with this too, is that it's just going to enable the princess deck to be that much more viable than anyone would consider, just because you can now get this out. And being inkable means later in the game, if you don't need it anymore, it's just going right into the inkwell. So it's really nice. It's a really nice card. And not to mention, of course, the art is amazing as usual. I'm looking forward to seeing what people build with this, because I really did want a princess deck to be a thing. I did put one together, an Amber Sapphire princess deck, I think last set, just for fun after set champs, and managed to at least do 50-50. So a little bit better, hopefully.
Yep.
But now let's shift over. Why don't, since I read the Aurora, you read the novel.
Okay. Nala, Undaunted Lioness, 2-cost uninkable, 0/2, 2 lore. But then, and as an ally for that matter, while this character has no damage, she gets +1 lore and gains resist +1.
Yeah, so this is basically your new Smee and your new Piglet all rolled into one. Right?
Yeah.
A little bit of Calhoun thrown in.
Yeah. A little bit of Rhino thrown in, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so you're looking at this and you're like, well, do we care that we lost Smee now? Really?
Right.
I mean, it's predictable, so that's not great. It's not a 3/3, so that's not great. But you're getting free lore instead of 2, and it's not going anywhere turn by turn as it slowly gains all that damage.
Yeah.
So this one is going to fit very easily into the Amber Steel Hyper Aggro deck. It's going to make that deck not lose any steam at all, even though it is losing half of its cards with rotation. They're just going to refill with cards like this and whatever else they want. This and the Doc and the lady that plays a 2-cost for free, and Pluto and Rhino.
Lady that plays another Nala.
And Daisy, and off to the races.
Yeah. And Tiana.
And Tiana, which is, it's crazy how fast that thing jumped up in price. I mean, that thing, I think it's already up to $25, and it was like $2.
Yeah. Like, genuinely, if you think about it, like, what is there to deal with Tiana? Yes, she has to exert for it to be useful, so it takes a turn. But, like, other than Mother Knows Best, there's no muses, there's no kit, there's no strength is going to take forever to take her out, and still it's just a 1-for-1. Yeah.
Need to basically play a bunch of 1-drops and then
Yeah.
play
nothing but 1-drops and then hard cast strength.
I mean, or you just chip away at her with your characters. Like if you want to play rhinos too, you just chip away like it for
at 3 cost a time. I will lose Tiana if you're paying 3.
Hit her one damage at a time, and just don't take any damage with that resist, right?
Yeah, 3 turns later, 4 turns later.
But when they win, you finally get rid of her. I think what we're saying is that this is going to be very dangerous. The Amber Steel aggro list is going to be very dangerous at the beginning of the set. I think this basically means either you build this list or you build something hopefully to fight it, because everything else is just going to be fighting for space behind this list.
Yeah.
To start until people figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think about Daisy, the 1-drop Nala, the 0/4, this Nala, Tiana, all that 3 to 4 willpower, because it effectively has 3, well, it has no damage on it. And I'm trying to think of what removal gets rid of it before, like, gets rid of any of it before, like, turn 4. Because Fire the Cannons does nothing. It deals 1 damage to Nala. Okay, it prevents the lore. Strength isn't going to be quick enough, again, before, like, turn 4. If that. What else? Like,
basically, this deck is the reason why the Evasive Sisu was reprinted.
Yeah.
I mean, there had to be some way to deal damage. Now, other ways that you could do it are the cards that move damage or the cards that place damage. The problem is like, let's say you're playing a Christmas deck and you get out the Queen where it says every time a character is played, you must place 1 damage on it.
But again, what turn is that coming out? Like,
I think you can shift that on turn either 2 or 3.
Okay. So everything that comes out gets dealt 1 damage, which does nothing to Nala, which does nothing to Rhino. Oh, is it? I thought the Queen just deals 1 damage.
I thought it would places damage.
I've got it right here. No, put a damage counter. You're right. Okay. Sure. So shift 3, we got to play this uninkable shift 3 specifically in the Christmas deck. And that's only on turn 3. So if you're on the draw, heaven help you. Because I'm thinking, like, if you're not dealing with anything before turn 4, 3 or 4, it's too late.
Yeah, they've already got 4 or 5 characters on board.
Yeah.
And they almost all quest for 2.
Yeah.
And if they're lucky enough to get the right line, they've got a Pluto out now also.
Yeah.
You can't get to anything else for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely something where you're going to have to build your deck to fight this, because you can expect a significant number of people in most locals to bring this to start, because most people have the pieces for this and they just need a few more pieces to put it together.
So I think the only hope against this deck is turn 3 Lilo, the Steel Lilo. Get a 1/3 out, get a decent body out on turn 2, ideally like a Calhoun or something, and get Lilo out turn 3, and you've at least taken care of 2 of their threats. They probably have 2 others at this point because they played Lady, but that's about the best you can hope for.
And the thing is that this deck has 3 starting lines.
Yeah.
They can play the Aurora if they're playing a princess build.
Yeah.
They can play the Rhino and they can play the Daisy. Or they could just play, if they happen to be playing that version, like I said, they could play one of those 0/4s, like the Nala or something like that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that they can play in this deck that are just going to make it very difficult for you to get through.
You mentioned that the Sisu, so I wanted to address that for a second, actually, because I've seen a lot of that on Twitter. With it's like dies to Sisu basically is the thing. But again, like much like using strength or something like that, it's like that's great, but that's again still just 1-for-1, which is to say I've spent 3 ink to deal with probably your 1 or 2 ink play. Yes, Tiana would be the ideal use of that, but there's a lot of times where it's just going to do that, and all you're left with is a 1/1. The reason why 3-cost Sisu was so great is because it got rid of your early threat and then could shift into big Sisu. But that second line is no longer there, so all you've got is a 1/1 evasive to show for it, which isn't nothing. It's at least a body, but it's not much either.
It's not going to take it much out. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I think even 3-drop Sisu might be too slow, and without the shift line, using it at an inkable slot for that on the chance that you're facing that deck, yeah, the chances are going to be pretty high because probably a lot of people are playing it, but still.
Well, you think something like Amethyst Steel for a lot of the challenging characters like the Madame Mim and the Ursula with the +2, so make it a 3/3 on a 2-drop.
Yeah.
The Ruby Steel for all of the challenging in Rush.
How much Rush does it have, though?
It's got a decent amount. I mean, not a ton, and a lot of it not till 3, 4, 5.
I think Purple Steel is probably where I'm at right now, at least day -14.
Or you start playing, like we said, a Ruby Emerald deck and start playing a lot of the stuff that deals damage, but without it, like Mosquito Bite and...
Oh, no. Did you just suggest using Mosquito Bite? Oh, no.
And deactivates both Rhino and Nala.
So I think Purple Steel, and I think I like all of the shift damage. I think I like Panic. I think I like Bell, obviously, and I think I like the weakness action. What's it? Everybody's got a weakness.
All the moving damage.
Yeah. Still don't think it's fast enough, but hopefully.
Yeah. We'll see.
Like I said, if you go 1/3 into Calhoun, into Lilo, into 2 damage, hopefully on the 1/3, Panic it away, into Elsa, turn 5. I don't know.
Yeah, and the thing is, as soon as the nice thing is that there's not a ton of draw in that deck. You have Doc and you have Julieta, and
I don't think you'll see Julieta. I think Doc might be
it.
Yeah. So if they run out of gas, no. I don't know.
They can control it because now you're going to be 5, 6, 7 ink, and you're going to have all your nicer, bigger control cards.
That might be the only saving grace, is that it doesn't have enough draw.
We'll see, though. We will see. We'll be playing, and this would be fun. The Tiana for on turn 2, and then eventually, if the game does go a little bit longer, they could start playing the Simba that readies everything at the end of the turn, so you just can't touch it in the later turns.
Yeah, I've seen a few people build that way. The problem I have with that is now you're up to 16 uninkables, assuming that you're doing Nala, Doc, Tiana, Simba.
Yeah, you're not getting up to that high. You don't need that many.
I feel like I'd rather Goofy just for the off chance that I've got a couple of damaged characters that I can ready and just do that. And obviously it works semi-decently with Nala if she's got damage on her or something. I don't know.
It's crazy that you have 2 different cards in Amber that can ready stuff in 2 different ways.
Yeah.
to enable the aggro deck even more.
Yes. Pluto is also going to be a good addition to that deck.
And don't forget the Bolt to take advantage of the readying if you want to play the Bolt.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of different builds that you could do with Amber Steel right now, but I think no matter what, it's going to be near the top. It's going to be a completely different deck than the Songs deck, that's for sure. But
okay, let's move on. Let's just go real quick. We're going to go talk about all of the cards overall from this set by color, and talk about just anything that comes to our mind. So to Illumineer Tales, they put together these. They've been posting them in the official Discord regularly, like multiple times a day over reveal season, and filling in as we went. And it was very, very nice to have this, to see everything. I think the main thing we're seeing in Amber is it has one of the only ways to get rid of Maui Sharp.
Oh, with yeah.
And a late thing this week of seeing the Lost in the Woods is coming back to enable Under the Sea a little bit easier to get more things if you're not playing the Sapphire, the Emerald Sapphire. You could play the Amethyst, the Amber Sapphire, Amber Emerald, and get rid of stuff that way, so you could still have the Singers. I don't know. There's just some good stuff in here, some fun stuff. Nothing really groundbreaking, I don't think.
I mean, I think the most shocking revelations over the last week is just how much trash is being reprinted. Not just bulk bin cards, but the kind of bulk bin that's at the very bottom, having collected the most dust and having been beat up the most because people just keep rifling through it and passing by it. You know, the Ursula seashell necklace, the Bruno's whatever return or whatnot, the Cinderella that heals princesses. You know, we've got, of course, our vanilla characters in there, the Mulan that has support, and just so much chaff. Oh my gosh, Atlantic, what is it? Atlantis? Sorry, I should know that. Be our guest. What kind of trash is that? I'm just kidding.
Is reprinting that 2-drop Rapunzel and then not printing the shift that draws cards so that Amber doesn't have at least one other option for drawing cards.
Yeah.
They reprinted all the healing, and a bunch of the healing, and that Rapunzel, and then didn't give you the card that would draw you when you heal.
Yeah. Oh, I almost forgot the Ariel, but I have like 20 of the Singer 6 or 7 or whatever.
Yeah.
Out.
They reprinted that Singer Cinderella from first chapter that heals princesses.
Yeah.
So nice. It heals princesses and sings. But it's like, okay, so it keeps things alive longer, but the game is slowing down, obviously. The game is slowing down. But is it slowing down?
Not enough.
That much? No.
So I said this on Twitter. It feels like the developers had cards they wanted to work that we were just like, no, not in a million years. And they're like, how about now? Come on.
Daisy is nice. I like the Daisy coming back. That's a fun one.
I mean, I should be happy because there's a few cards that aren't good in Constructed that are good in Limited, like the Pluto, for example, and stuff like that. The Heal Husband, or whatever. The Heal and Draw song. Like, cards that are good in Limited, I should be happy, but there's just so little to move the Constructed meta forward that I'm just like, eh.
Yep. All right. Let's talk about Amethyst. Amethyst, still good. Not as good as it was. Still good. We got some good stuff back with the Belle and the Elsa, and I don't know what else is really good that's coming back.
That's coming back again. Not very much.
But
Rafiki.
Rafiki's good.
There was a moment in TFC where the pocket watch was playable for like a minute.
If we need to be able to rush into this Amber Steel deck, Pocket watch.
It might have to be. We might be in such desperate measures that Pocket Watch becomes playable again.
So one of the cards that we didn't have yet, but we did just get like an hour or two ago is the first chapter Sven. It's like a 6-drop or whatever. Nice big body, vanilla, and it's hilarious. Jared pointed out to me that it was actually kind of ironic that it was one of those cards that was delayed in the reveal, because way back at the first chapter when that card was revealed, nobody saw it for 4 days.
I remember that. Wasn't there like 3 cards?
It was just one. It was just the one card, just the Sven.
Okay.
It was on the Los Angeles Times newspaper.
Yeah.
On the website for their like their collectible Heat Vision or whatever they call it. But it was on their site for 4 days before anybody noticed it, and it was hilarious that it was also part of the ones that weren't revealed in time.
Yeah.
This set again, so I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
No, there's some decent stuff in here. Of course, I think the main thing is that evasives are a thing with the new Dumbo, and of course that's going to run what's going on with Amethyst now. There's your draw engine and Amethyst.
Yeah.
So it's still going to be drawing a bunch of things. There's still good cards you can use that from the last few sets, like the Fifth Spirit Elsa, Pull the Lever. There's stuff that keeps Amethyst being just fine.
Yeah. You know what I think's funny? When deciding which of the Rush for Evasive and Evasive Rush to reprint, they went with Peter Pan Shadow when there's so very little Rush to give Evasive, and there's so very, very much Evasive to give Rush. Like,
that's why
you printed the wrong one.
They wanted to depower the game.
But I mean, I don't know. I guess with Shark, if it wasn't for Shark, if it wasn't for Half Shark, Pan wouldn't be nearly as busted. Yes, it's still good with Iago, but it's with Shark that's most busted. You mentioned about the meta slowing down. I'll tell you what it's not ever going to be slow enough for again. Can you guess what's the slowest card here?
Queen?
No, even slower.
Honey Wizard.
Yeah, you were close with the Queen.
I know what you're talking about. I know. Magic Mirror.
How that ever was playable ever is still beyond me, but there was a minute where the meta was slow enough that it was in 1s and 2s, but never again. Get that?
This game. Mirror matches like half an hour. Yeah. All right. Let's move on. We did an Emerald here. Emerald, I think, got some pretty good stuff coming back. I mean, we got Merfolk.
So far, the best, yes.
We got the Pegasus. We got the Sudden Chill. We got Hidden Cove back. We got the... Let me see what else we got here.
I think John Silver might be playable.
Mother Knows Best.
Nesmether.
I would play John Silver at the end of this set.
Me too. Against Synchro.
Yeah.
Be like, you shall forevermore have reckless. Your Nala 02 shall have reckless.
Under the Sea. I mean, the only board wipe in the game, according to some people.
No,
the Emerald did well. Emerald was like perennially the stepchild of Lorcana, especially early on when the reveals were like, can Lorcana get a good, or can Emerald get a good card?
Yeah.
For like 3 sets. And then, of course it went on to be one of the best colors, won multiple DLCs.
Yeah.
So I think they got pretty good.
I mean, I think the discrepancy between where it started and where it finished, the biggest gap is Sapphire. I remember us complaining about Sapphire for a hot minute in TFC. I count at least 8 actively playable reprints. So maybe even 9 if you count improvise. So
plan, because that takes care of
it does.
Iago.
It does. Yeah. Yeah. So I think I'm still not happy with the overall reprints, but I think of the colors, at least so far, this has been the best. I'm curious if Cusco sees any light again.
Someone has to. I mean, it is 3 lore. It has Ward.
Does Ward even matter when there's no removal?
Yeah.
So
what little there is, yes.
Yes, yeah, for sure. For me, it's just like, is there going to be a way to play the promos?
Yeah.
That's my biggest reason why I'm wondering if Cusco gets played. I've got like 6 of them sitting on my bookshelf. I want an excuse to play them.
That gave me an excuse to play all my signed cards. When I went to WonderCon, I got multiple versions of the Cusco card signed by the panelists. So it was like the writer and the lead, one of the lead artists, and just a bunch of different people who made Emperor's New Groove. So a bunch of signed cards.
I've only had one opportunity, even though I've been to 2 DLCs in the Continentals, to get cards signed, because the signing cards just didn't line up for me in Seattle. And I don't think they had anyone in Toronto. Anyways, you want to know what 2 cards I got play sets I've signed?
See, Cusco?
Prince John and Friends on the Other Side. So, Infinity?
Infinity? All right. Emerald good. Emerald top of the stack.
Emerald good so far, yeah.
All right, let's go see what Ruby has going for it these days. Let's see. The Mulan is back. The Maldragon is back. The Sisus are back, but not the big Sisu, of course.
No.
We got that Rapunzel. That makes someone lose a lore. That's been a card that no one's ever played. We get the Queen of Hearts back that draws a card on challenge, and since challenging may be a very heavily done thing this meta, maybe that's actually a good card, and it could come out on turn 3.
It's money unlimited.
So, Be King Undisputed and Pirate's Life, both very good songs, and especially with, again, the limited amount of removal.
Yeah. I sacrificed my 0-4 Nala, thank you.
Other than that, maybe someone will be able to take advantage of that Baby Raya that can ready itself after challenging, if they can figure out a way to be able to do that more than once.
That's a 2/3 body, right?
And I got hit by that by Brim in a multiplayer game where they put the Resist 2, Challenger 2 on it, and pick a fight. Well, like that little Raya took out like 3 or 4 characters.
I mean, props to them. That is, if they did not win that game, they won anyway. That's fantastic.
No, Jared won that one in the last second, like he always does in multiplayer games, where he's just like, no, I'm just here playing the game, and then bam, under the sea, and everybody goes away, and he quests for the win and whatever.
I could see Medallion Weights having a place. Be King, yes. Pirate's Life for sure. I could actually see LeFou, the readying LeFou.
Hey, I think because it's the iconic and everyone's like oohing and awing over the art, I think that Mickey can be a devastating weapon because it comes out on turn 5 as a 4 lore, 5/5 evasive.
Yeah.
I mean, at the very least, it's an emergency shark takeout.
I mean, that's a rough way to take it out, but yeah.
Hey, emergency, right?
In desperate times.
Desperate times, you got to have something.
Yeah.
I think that could be a stealth good card. I think that people are just looking at like, it's just Mickey.
Yeah.
But I think it actually can be pretty good. I mean, 4 lore out of the blue.
I wonder if the Sisu, the hand Sisu, goes into the Tinkerbell deck.
Yes. The 5 Strength Matters deck.
Yeah.
With the new Prince John.
Yeah.
I think so. And I think that there's is it a character or an action or item? I can't remember. There was someone pointing out that there is the King's Sensor Core gives all kings and princes 1 resist. That Prince John will no longer take a damage from all played characters.
I mean, sure, but you've got to play King's Sensor Core.
Hey, again, who knows what's going to work in this meta?
That's true.
A lot of different things.
So I say this being not a very good deck builder. I think I've got a pretty good sense of individual cards, but then how they start working. So like in a vacuum, I've got a good sense, but how they start working with each other, who knows? one of the ones that we haven't mentioned that I think is actually going to be really pivotal, based on how much I've been complaining about Emperor Steel, is Gaston. Is the 4/2 Reckless for 2?
Yeah.
It's specifically against Daisy.
And I mean, and the thing is that the other ones that can do some value are like the Moana that gives +3 Challenger when it challenges to be able to take out 2 things in a turn. But it's a little slower because you can't do it until turn 5 unless you give it Rush. But it's the kind of thing where you're just going to have to try and find ways to be able to throw something down on every turn that's going to help you get some favorable trades in on that deck.
So this is the problem I have, and this is where the lack of board wipes or just ways to deal with characters more effectively is problematic, because now what have we done? We've identified that aggro is going to be dominant, and they've got nothing to really hold them in check. So we now have to build around them. Every deck we build, and it stifles creativity with doing things other than challenging characters. We've got to now work our decks around that, which is
that challenge build the Reckless deck.
Yeah. But they didn't reprint the Cogsworth. It gives Reckless the ability to quest.
Yeah, right.
Where's my 2/3 Cogsworth?
But I mean, we have a lot of cards to give Reckless. We, like I said, the John Silver's been reprinted. We've got the Lewis. We've got the Bellwether.
Yeah. Oh, Bellwether. Okay.
Silwood Forest, is it? Or no? Whatever that location is that all damaged characters have Reckless.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's stuff. But anyway,
anything else speaking to you here?
Oh, Ruby seems like it's second best. Close to Emerald?
Maybe. I wouldn't put it close to Emerald. I think B-King's going to be over. Like, it's not going to be as good as people hope it's going to be, especially if aggro's popular. 4 cost, whether it's sung or otherwise, is
a 1 cost, or their 1 lore character to go away, right?
Dragon's going to be way too slow. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be stuff in here that's usable. I guess if you want to compare it to the first 2 we looked at, yes. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe equivalent to Amethyst, because Amethyst had a couple of decent ones. I don't know.
All right,
not nearly as good as Emerald.
I mean, honestly, does Sapphire pretty much start and end with Hades?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Flounder.
No, that's a given.
Yeah. I mean, develop your brain. Fantastic. Yeah. Dig a little deeper is almost certainly going to be useful. But yeah, Hades.
The Auroras, if the Princess deck pops off.
If it can manage to. I think that might be an if, but...
I did combo where that Mama Odie is a way to get some characters out much earlier.
Yeah, the fact that it's uninkable again kills me. It's what, a 1/3/1 body?
It's only there to ramp early. Get it out, sing some songs like One Jump Ahead.
There's enough ramp. I think that's probably a waste of space. I mean, it could work, but I don't know if I'm ready to put my money on Mama Odie stonks.
Might work.
I mean, obviously the Aurelian Gyrosphere is where it's at.
Busted. It's busted. Can you believe I picked that in the draft?
Hey, that's a good strategy. Wakanda lore, man. Yeah, I think the reprints Hades is so far above any of these others. Yeah.
It'll be nice to see if the Auroras can get made use of, but and the Robin Hood. I really like the Robin Hood. I wish that would get played more. It's a very nice card. Yeah. And it's a nice, more evasive on your turn. Gets you a draw if you happen to be behind. So I think that card maybe is a one that may make it back into decks like as a 2 of.
Yeah. So I can see it. We're desperate for card draw right now, so it's like anything we can get.
Anything. So the final one is Steel, and I feel like Steel did pretty well.
Yeah.
Steel always does well. unfortunately. It just seems to always have answers. We've got the Robin Hood back, even though we don't have, as far as we know, in fact, I think the last card in
Because it's not uncommon, not going to up rarity. So
yeah, you're not going to raise the rarity.
Because imagine the one card the entire set they raised the rarity of.
I think it's also in the way they work out. I think the numbering or where it is going to be has to be in action or something.
Yeah.
So
that's a huge downgrade to that Robin Hood. Huge.
Robin Hood, Tinkerbell, the Ariel, the John Silver. Even though I know location decks aren't really great, I think it might be again just slow enough to make use of that. We'll see. Strength, of course. Lawrence. What else we got in here? Benja might get some use if there are any good items being played anymore. And Fire the Cannons.
Yep.
All good cards.
So I think Robin Hood is going to suffer greatly because of the lack of a good shift target. Because the 2-drop's uninkable, and there's just no other good Robin Hood shift target. They exist, but they're not good. So that's going to suffer a lot. Tinkerbell is probably going to suffer because there's no morph, because there has never been a good Tinkerbell shift target. Like there's the 1/3 2-lore evasive, but I'd almost rather keep the 1/3 2-lore evasive. So that's unfortunate. Strength is fantastic and is literally the best removal in the meta now by a long shot. So far away, the best. John Silver. I would argue that location decks are going to be even worse now than they ever were. Why? Because we're being forced to challenge more. Location decks take advantage of green steel type decks of yore that have, 1 strength bodies and a whole bunch of actions. Ruby Sapphire decks of yore that are all actions, right? When we're being forced to build character decks and decks that can challenge, location decks are just don't even bother.
All right. We shall see.
Tell me how you really feel. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no.
I have so much pent-up rage.
Yeah, it makes a lot. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. So yeah, maybe we'll figure out a way to make locations work though. But
I wonder if the steel aerial might the smaller one might see play, which might then see the larger one see play. When you sing a song, draw, discard. Especially if a Circle of Life deck happens to maybe work out. She might be in that deck.
I mean, just one more way to get a Big Mickey into your discard to make sure you can play it for free, right?
Yeah. And a Circle of Life deck is going to have other songs in it. So, yeah, I wonder if those two might pair together to do something. I think without a good shift target, the other aerial's never going to see play. And this is, who knows what they print. Maybe next time they print another 1-drop Robin Hood and they print a good aerial shift target. And who knows, right? So those stocks will go up if we get good shift targets. But each one of those feels like you need a good shift target. Tinkerbell needs the surprise attack and just is too slow on 6. Same with Robin Hood. And Ariel, you don't need the surprise, you need the ink. You can't play her on 6 and then pay another 2. Yeah. You want to play her on turn 6 by shifting her and then singing a song and paying 2.
And unfortunately, in the current meta, turn 6 is nowhere near soon enough.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be soon enough if there's other tools to hold off until then. But again, you need an aerial that you want to have in the deck that's going to be useful outside of just being a shift target to exist. Like you can't pay the 4-drop Amber one. So
I like the drop Mickey though.
The 2-drop Mickey, yeah. Is that one showing in here?
Yeah, it's on the far right of the comments.
There, yeah, the one that gives Challenger.
It's a nice little card. It's nothing fancy, but being able to give that extra +2 on turn 2 to whatever 1-drop a 2. If you want drop a 2/2, you can take out a Daisy on turn 2.
Yeah. We're gonna get the vanilla tutus being popular.
Right? Rudy.
Yeah.
Rudy's gonna play.
Oh man, the Rudy meta. I'm here for it. I love me some Rudy. And he's a good shift target for your Ruby Mickey.
Yeah. And just let him sit there after you like, oh, I'm just playing him for the challenger, and everyone's like, but wait a second, 3 turns later, here comes a 5/5 4-lore evasive.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for this. There, like we mentioned, there was a few blank spots. We saw a few of them. Like I mentioned, this Ven was announced just a couple hours ago. Grant Pabby was announced as coming back. So we should have the rest of them. And like I said, on Monday, at the latest when the app drops, and it should drop pretty early in the day. So you might wake up on Monday morning and have all the cards ready waiting for you.
Yeah.
Oh, Queen of Hearts. The Queen of Hearts 2 drop.
The Rush 2 drop, yeah.
Rush 2 drop was revealed also. And that is very good because now that gives you 2 different shift targets for the draw queen to shift on 3, because that 1/4 when it gets +3 strength when it has damage, that queen is also a very good card currently. I mean, a 4/4 that on turn 3 could be a 4/4. It's great.
I'm gonna have to get used to not drawing a third of my deck anymore in like few turns.
Yeah. I think you'll just have to get used to playing with only 3 to 5 cards in your hand from now on.
I remember back in the day when Ruby Amethyst drawing like over the last few turns I've drawn like 3 or 4 cards, felt amazing. These days it's like, wait, I haven't drawn 10 cards in the last 2 turns.
All right.
What else we got? I know that's the most important part of all.
Most important part of all, we have the alternate arts that we have.
Oh, right. The last slide is the most important part. I forgot about the...
Way back. That's way back. Next is we have Epic. We've got the Goofy, the new Goofy that is an Emerald, is getting an Epic, and the Amber Stitch, the Vanilla Stitch.
So much rage.
By the way, Heath, I don't know if you know this, but vanilla
ice cream,
very tasty.
So tasty. Oh my goodness. Vanilla beans, French vanilla coffees.
I love it.
Greg, are you basic?
I know that people are like up in arms about that. And, for me, it's like, I don't know, it's Stitch. Who cares? Stitch is going to get an Epic no matter what because it's Stitch. And it's like, well, then why did you pick a better one? It's like, yeah, I know, I understand. But you know what? It was going to get an Epic no matter what. Some version of it was.
I mean, is a vanilla any different than a terrible card? I'll posit you this. It's like, so for example, we're going to see another card in a moment that I think is just dog water. And I saw someone on Twitter be like, this is my chase of the set.
Exactly.
Because
they do it.
They love the art. They love the card. So, I mean, for me, it fills me with rage to see a vanilla with this kind of treatment when we have so few of these to go around. But it's not for me. So I have to remind myself of that. But it's hard sometimes, James. It's hard.
Yes. So the Stitch fans out there, they're going to be feasting because they now have a new shiny to get.
I am happy for you, Stitch fans.
All right. We also got the 2-drop Robin Hood, the one of the only shift targets now for the Robin Hood, and the new Aurora, which more than happy to have that Aurora as an Epic, which is awesome. And you know what? I really enjoy the art on the Robin Hood. But again, it's not a card that was getting a lot of use. So
I remember talking about this Robin Hood on the Overexerted podcast as a guest, as BR guest Morcana, way back when this first came out, because Betty loved Robin Hood, so we had to talk about this art. I'm like, I like the colors, the bright green and the purples and pink hues in the background. I like the fact that it's like some kind of like mechanical bow and arrow almost, with like the design on there, the metal design. I like his smirk on there. Yeah, I've always enjoyed this art. I thought it was great. but this was already a League promo, and now it's also an Epic. So maybe you're done.
You can play multiple versions in your deck.
Just one of each. One regular, one non-foil, that is. One foil promo, and one Epic.
There you go. All done. Oh, and by the way, so the pictures aren't doing, I don't think they're doing the Epics justice at all. Because someone in China got one of the promo packs that they're giving out for, because it's some weird thing where since they're behind, they're giving some Fabled cards as promos for events.
Nice.
One of them managed to get the 3-drop Elsa Epic as a promo in one of their, I guess. I don't know. They got it somehow because it has the promo symbol. But they had a video of it where they were just moving it around, showing it against the light, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
The cards are beautiful. So these pictures are not doing these justice at all.
Yeah.
The next ones we have the Queen and the King Undisputed.
Yeah.
The Queen is not played.
Again, back to my point, is this any different than a vanilla? I just got to remind myself of this. They're tantamount.
It's amazing art, and B King is awesome. I'm really happy for that because now we have another new version of that we can. It's going to get thrown into decks, it'll be a chase for people to bling their decks out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I think that was about it for Epics because now we've got ENCHANTEDS. And these things are looking really good.
I have gone so hard with this set, this useless, pointless, garbage set, and they have the best enchantments yet.
So this Max Goof was just revealed within the last, I think was it on the Discord main stage?
Yeah, this was like the last thing almost that they looked at.
It's Emerald 6-drop, 4/5 with 2 lore and shift 4 and the ability #1 hit. Whenever this character quests, you may play a song card with cost 4 or less from your discard for free and then put it on the bottom of your deck. This is actually really good. Because you're going to get the 2 lore and you're going to get a free song out of it. So I think it's pretty good.
It interests me more in Infinity than it does in Core Constructed right now.
Songs that you have available to you?
Yeah, it's just not a lot of great songs.
Late game, maybe you manage to be able to shift this down and sing and you have like all 4 of your B Kings in the discard.
So I like it probably most with Emerald Sapphire, with Your Welcome and Mother Knows Best. Those are probably where I see it being most useful. I just don't know if it's useful enough.
Welcome, being able to take out one of your own stuff and give yourself some draw if you really need some late game hunting for something.
Yeah, or if you're still on the cow/bend my will plan.
Your opponent more cards so you can draw more at the end of your turn.
Yeah, right. Or give them cards because you're just about to discard their hand, so it doesn't matter. But the art, like, what the heck?
When we saw the regular card, we're like, oh, this card is amazing. This is awesome. And then like, oh, but we have another piece of amazing art to put on the Enchanted, by the way. Here you go.
Like all of them. Those they really
So the Oop and the Jasmine, very, very nice cards. Then we have the Genie, new Genie that in Emerald, the Genie of the Lamp. Is this a new one?
Yeah.
That's the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one where it's exerted, all your characters get +2.
Yep.
Very cool. Another great looking card. And again, I don't think that these images are doing these cards any justice.
No, and they already look fantastic, and they're not even doing them justice.
They're too dark.
Like you saw the way on the last image, you saw the way the names, that gold.
Yeah, the gold.
Yeah.
We've got Pongo.
So good.
Good. Very nice looking card. Okay, here we go. Circle of Life.
Yeah.
So it was interesting where someone pointed out that the regular version of the card has Mufasa on it, but the Enchanted has Simba on it.
Yeah.
So that's very cool. It's actually the Circle of Life in card form from regular to Enchanted.
You know what I liked especially about this one is they trimmed the text box because the Sing Together has the rules on it and the regular card, whereas they trimmed it down in this one to give them as much space as possible for that art.
We did it on another one too that we're going to see, the last Enchanted we're going to show. They did that and they smushed that down all the way down as much as they.
That's the one I'm talking about. That was the chase of the set for someone off Twitter.
So Circle of Life, and then we've got Scar, who basically is just this art is primo. This is just amazing.
Just so good. They're all so good.
Yes.
Shimmering Skies was my favorite Enchantments before now, and this is absolutely crushing it.
We still haven't seen them all. I think we're still missing a few.
Yeah. Well, we know one in for sure that we are from the.
Oh yeah. They haven't shown the Mickey yet.
Yeah.
The Steamboat Willie Mickey.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this last one, the Beast. This thing, the text has been pushed down as far as it can.
Yeah.
And they have left so much space. And look at all the gold on this. Look at all the gold, the flowers and the swirls and the whatever that is, all the leaves. This card is just amazing.
The card itself, utter garbage, but I'm pretty sure I will cry if I open this. It's so nice.
You haven't Enchanted yet where you're like, when you get it.
I mean, yeah, there was some dark days. I did not like the Azeroth Sea Enchanteds from this set. No.
There isn't one, even if it's an unplayable card where you're like, I wish I would have pulled something.
We know we know 2 are vanilla. I would still cry getting either of those because the art is just so good.
Okay. I think that's it. I think now we're on to the most important thing.
Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt. Save the best for last.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was doing. I mean, obviously the Beast is probably the best Enchanted, so that's why I saved it for last.
Nice.
But here we go. For those watching, you are now just shined by brilliance of the Lorcana stickers that were shown off during the Lorecast today by Greg.
Everyone's missing out that's listening only. You podcast fiends, you're missing out.
You are, if you have not seen them yet, go into the Discord, the Overexerted Discord, and find them because we have posted them. Now we're being kind of fun about it and kind of joking about it, but let's talk about why this actually is.
Yes, you have a very good point about this.
That is,
I was joking from the start about this because I'm like, who cares about stickers? And James educated me before we started recording. I'm like, okay, yeah,
So if you were watching the Lorecast, JDZ picks up a stack of them, and he's like, I can hand these things out on my Twitch stream, and I saw that, and they were talking about it, just about like, hey, merch is cool, and that's it right there. This is almost assuredly test stickers for merch, or maybe even stickers that will be coming out as merch. And that means that they are absolutely planning and doing merchandise, and there will be more coming. I think this is basically the precursor to all of the things we've been asking for with merch in t-shirts and hats and whatever else they may think of that they can throw the logos onto, I think is going to be coming at some point, because this is something that Disney does really well, and it's just a matter of time before they get that machine rolling, and I think the machine is rolling. If you remember when Ryan was on, he said that he's been tucked away working on a lot of stuff.
Top secret stuff.
And he's also, what is he? He is the head of brand.
Mm-hmm.
What does brand do? Merchandising.
Yeah.
So
that the sky's the limit in terms of what they can do for merchandising. Simple stuff like notebooks and stickers and stuff like that, or like you said, hats, hoodies.
Here's the thing: every single time now that they come out with a new Shop Disney line for a one of their IPs. If hey, look, it's a new Aladdin line this summer. We're having a new Aladdin line of clothes. Every single time now that they do that, they can take a Lorcana piece of art and throw it on a shirt or a hat or something and say, look at this Lorcana, just put the card on there. Like, if they wanted to, or the art from it saying, and put Lorcana on it. Like, look, you can get this on a card. There's a card game to go with this awesome art.
Yeah.
Is what they can do now because they have, what are we on, set 9 now? 9 times 2. We now have over 1,800 pieces of Disney art that they can use on merchandise.
And they've done stuff that's like equivalent of like Dreamborn and Floodborn, which is to say like alternate timeline artistic renderings of Disney characters. They've done that a ton, so there's no reason why they wouldn't tap into it. I think about, is that D Street store still in downtown Disney?
It's a home store now. It's basically similar.
Because I remember D Street, it was like that kind of aesthetic, right? Like a bit of like Hot Topic aesthetic almost. So yeah, all they would need is do something like that. All right, so.
No, but this is a big deal. I think these are a big deal. The stickers look really cool. I would want some of these. I really agreed with JDZ though when he said he's like, I get stickers and then I don't put them anywhere because I worry that if I put them somewhere, it's not going to be the best place, and then I'm going to get stressed about the fact that I don't have more to put on the best place. And I'm like, yes,
such a relatable. Oh my goodness. Yeah. What was I going to say about the merchandising? I feel like I had not thought. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Too tired, man.
Yeah. So it was a good week of reveals. If you liked watching reveals, it was a bad week of reveals if you did not like what was revealed, which a lot of people are very unhappy, just disappointed. I don't know. I'm fine with it. I do wish that there had been a little bit more new cards. I'm fine if it was, if it would have been like 50 or 60, I would have been like, okay, I understand. You have to do a lot, but 33? That was just like, oh. So
I'm all for a new meta completely wide open. Like, I actually love the idea of that. The only reason I've been bemoaning this reveal season internally is I just don't want to get stuck in what I was talking about this, which is that aggro dominant, everything warps around it. Who wins the die roll? Like, as long as we don't have that, I'm going to be happy. I don't care what it is. I don't care how slow it is, how fast it is, whatever the case may be. Well, I guess I care about how fast it is. I don't care how slow it is, but I just don't want it to be warped around aggro. I think aggro should exist. I have respect for aggro players. I just don't want it to be so dominant that it warps everything else around it. No, what we're doing is like, okay, what's the strongest 1-drop I can play? What's the strongest 2-drop I can play? Because I've got to be able to challenge these things.
Time to start cooking up some fun decks, some damage moving, some damage matters, some challenger decks, some of those decks where you earn all kinds of free lore somehow. I don't know.
I'm gonna need you to feed those to me because I'm terrible at brewing decks.
I am mid at brewing decks. I brew decks and then I look at someone else. I'm like, why didn't I think of that?
All right. Well, all the cool decks that your league team compadres pull together. You and Eric put your heads together and feed me decks.
Come up with something.
All right.
Right. That's it, right?
Do you have a pack to open this week without Benny?
You know what? I opened them all already.
Benny goes away for 1 week and you rip open all your packs. You just had to channel your inner Benny.
It was legit 2 packs. I got 1 for participation and 1 for winning. So more importantly, I got my final pin. So I have all the pins in this set now.
There you go. These are the first that I've ever gotten pins from. I've never been able to go to League consistently enough to get the pins. I had one shot the very first season of TFC, the very first month. I was tied with 4 other people for being there longest. They gave away 4 pins. They did it by random draw. I was the 5th. And since then, I have not gotten any pins until this set. I got all 3.
And are they doing it by showing up again?
Well, I'm my store near the Screen Free Games. They were just starting up. This was their first season, so we don't have a big group showing up. So as a result, there was a lot to go around relative to the number of people that showed up. So
Our store from the beginning has been doing them as giving the promos out for random lottery
Hmm.
and the pins as prizes for first and second.
Yeah.
So
Technically, we did both. There's just so few people. You all get everything.
only 7 people show up. Guess what? Here, everyone take a promo, and
7 would be nice. I mean, like 2 to 4. We're just starting up. We got to draw people in. All right.
down to 7 this week.
Ah. Any last thoughts before we wrap up?
No, looking forward to next week when we have everything and we can really start cooking. Looking forward to next week when Benny is back, but Heath probably won't be here.
He's
so we
busy.
can talk about Heath. We should have talked about Benny more. We should have talked a little smack about Benny.
Benny just lives the snack. There's no reason to pile it on. Yes, I might be away next week because I'm busy recording my limited draft set reviews with plenty of great special guests. Speaking of which, maybe I'll just plug that for a second and thank my special guests. So I've got Enchanted Kin lined up. I've got Rules of Villainy. We're just sorting out a date, so hopefully that sorts out. We've got... oh, goodness. Now I'm blanking. I've got David Nunes. Oh, that was a great hit. Dan... Thank you, Dan, from Forbidden Mountain, for letting me know that he was keen with Limited. I did not know. And David was like, yeah, let's rock and roll. So that was awesome. Luke Wonderland is, at least in theory, agreed. No dates or anything direct yet. I gave him an out. I'm like, if you're too busy this set, we can talk next set. So we'll see. And I've also got, oh my goodness. I've got one that I'm forgetting because I'm waiting for the best for last, which is that James is also joining me.
Or like, well,
I'm like, who am I forgetting? Oh my goodness.
He's the filler guy who's like, okay, I needed to fill in an ink, so
literally the first person I asked, Rude Rose, is also going to be on. He was the first guy I asked because he's asked a couple sets ago to come on. I'm like, the king of card reveals? Yes, I will absolutely. If you haven't checked out, by the way, his card reveal for Dig a Little Deeper, spoiler alert, but that doesn't matter. You still got to check it out because it's just an amazing video. So check that out.
Very good. There were some really good ones this set. That's also the content creators really stepped up and did some pretty amazing reveals this set. So.
Yeah, that was still my favorite. It was really funny and really relatable.
Right.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to being on Heath's limited guide for what is a cost, right? You go by cost.
Yeah, so we split it up. So I'll review with a guest all the 1 costs in one video, then 2 costs in another video, then 3, 4, 5, and then 6 plus. I pool all together because there's usually not a ton of 6 plus costs. So that way, and also you can kind of then visualize it as of how you build the right curve, because that's a really important part in Limited, is building a cohesive curve in curves.
So many bad and horrible takes so that Heath can point out how wrong they are.
This is right.
And because one way you learn is by being wrong and then being corrected, and you never know if you're wrong if someone doesn't point out, hey, that's wrong.
Hey, 2 sets ago, Mr. Stephen Gettle pointed me how wrong I was about Jasmine, the ally draw card. I'm like, 5 costs uninkable and you need allies? Then he's like, have you seen how many allies there are in the set? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's good. It's very good. So it went from like an F to an A.
But only in Limited.
Yeah. All right. Well, we won't bemoan the Limited any longer. But if you like Draft, if you like Sealed, I'll put we always have my YouTube in the description. So check it out.
Yep. All right. So I don't know the thing that Benny says on the outro every time. So thank you for going on this magical journey with us. We really appreciate you watching and listening. If you're watching this on YouTube, click that like button and maybe leave a comment for what you think of the Enchanteds or the Epics, or the fact that some vanillas are getting some special cards, and how much you agree with Heath that's really lame. Whatever you may be, you can find us everywhere online at Overexerted, Overexerted Pod, Overexerted Podcast. We're on things like Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, Instagram, I think.
Instagram, yeah.
Podcasts. Our Discord is a place where you can come and chat. All those things. So again, thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Bye, everyone.